All right, we're live. It is Sunday afternoon, or actually evening, and I'm going to be working on roughs for Not Death But Love, the strange supernatural story of Elizabeth Barrett Browning, which is the graphic novel my sister and I are doing for West Margin Publishing. And I'm going to be working on roughs for page 49. So before we get into the roughs for page 49, I think just for people who've watched the stream, one of the advantages of tuning into these live streams is you guys get a sneak peek at this book as it's being created before anybody else gets to see it. And so I'm going to try to show you guys pages 44 through 48 or 43 through 48. I think we finished 43. I did that actually off camera, so I'll be showing page 43. And then 44, 45, 46, 47, and 48, I'll be showing you guys real quick. So we'll get into it. So that's basically what I'm going to try to get going right now. I'll go ahead and pull open the files where we can kind of check things out. This is all of my research so far for the page. It's going to have a hansom cab, and it's going to be walking through London. And the text, which is right below me of the script, says a hansom cab travels through the darkened streets of London. That's going to be one panel. Inside, Robert and Elizabeth sit cuddled together, Elizabeth clutching the wreath the spirit hand bestowed upon her. When we look at these pages from our original pitch that I reformatted, a lot of this will make more sense. Elizabeth's going to say, well, Robert looks at her blankly. Elizabeth, you do not approve of Mr. Home? Robert, I cannot help but think there is some trickery at play. Elizabeth, well, I found it wonderfully convincing. Robert is going to be saying, it would take a more powerful display to win me over. You must admit there was no opportunity for true scientific inquiry. And then Elizabeth is going to say, it was shocking of you to ask to touch the spirit hand. And what of Mr. Holmes' reaction? That's Robert, as if I'd asked him to disrobe. So that's basically what we've got so far. Adam said, congrats on reaching 200 shows. Thank you. Yeah, we're exceeding 200 now. Pretty excited about that. Okay, so I'll show you guys the pages that will be unseen. So I'll show you the finish, how page 43 ended up coming out. And then we'll kind of get into, wow, like we'll have to look at page 43 through 48. So a good 7 pages. I'm pretty excited about how that's going to come across. So I'm opening all these pages right now, and let's go to page 43. So page 43, we finally finished it. Elizabeth is looking out the window at the rain. I just realized one thing that I need to add. I need to add rain. I'm glad we actually were doing this. At first, this was going to be a display to show you guys where I was at, and what I ended up finding was something that I hadn't even noticed, which is I needed to include the rain. So we'll go ahead and get in there and do that. Art by Galen said, what's happening, good sir? What is happening is I was going to walk you guys through pages 43 through 48 before I work on page 49, but I just caught one little thing that I need to address and adjust here, which is there's going to be rain going through the window, and I had forgotten to draw the rain in like many of these windows, which really shouldn't take that long to do, but that's what we'll do here for page 43, which will at least catch us up slightly. Somebody get this man some weather, said Art by Galen. Yeah, 100%. I just had forgotten the rain, and I just noticed that just now, which is not a hard thing to add the way we're doing it, but I should have caught that earlier. So this is one advantage of doing art live streams, is like you can kind of catch Like, I probably wouldn't have caught that error until my publisher did. But luckily, because of these live streams, we were going to go through all the ones, show you guys what all I got finished yesterday. And we ended up catching a real big sequential problem there. Fully understand, but this is why we proofread and go over things 1,000 times. Exactly. I'm glad there's proofreaders. This is why I'm glad I have an editor. My editor will probably have caught this, but the nice thing is I'll be able to have it fixed by the time it gets to the editor. So, okay. First, we'll just kind of get some of these raindrops going. Inevitably, we find something we missed the day after they're printed. Yeah, that's the catch. Luckily, this was caught before print, right? That would have bugged me. That's why, honestly, like, if somebody ever finds, like, you know, a really severe error or something, I'm always happy to hear it before it's gone to print, you know? Okay. So here we go. Some kind of rain. There we go. Okay. Now we can look at this page. So that is the finished page 43. Where he's basically saying, "Hey, are you missing the Italian sunshine?" She's saying yes, and then he asks, "Are you thinking about him?" And she said, "It's hard not to think of him when we're so close to Wimple Street. I wish Bro were here." And then he says, "I know something that will cheer you up." Then we get into some rad seance scenes. So the rad seance scene is Mr. and Mrs. Let me turn off the extras. Mr. and Mrs. Reimer's house, Ealing, London. And this is going to say, "My dear friends, introducing you to our honored guest, Daniel Douglas Home." And he says, "Mrs. Browning, good evening. You may find that you are about to witness what you are about to witness startling, but be assured there is nothing to fear." So that's page 44. Yeah, this is a great seance scene. And a lot of these pages were already done, which is kind of cool. I had done them originally for the pitch. So then he says, "Join hands and place them on the table." So he grabs Elizabeth's hand. Robert grabs her hand as well. Now they're both holding her hands. And then it's Mr. Holmes saying, "I call upon you, spirit, whose presence I sense. Heed my request. Grant us a sign." Ding, 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 ding. "We seek communion with the world unseen. We know you are here. Reveal yourself." Page 46. The table tilts. The bell on the table falls down. Clang. "Is that music?" Robert is like, "Wait, what is going on?" He looks under the table to try to figure it out. "Rap, rap, 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 rap. We are grateful, spirit. Grant us another request. Your name." So then he's handed, oh my goodness, hold on a second. 46. Did I miss one? Hold on a second. Okay. 46.1 is what I should. Okay. This is a revised one. I revised her face where she's saying, "Is that music?" And then it says, "We are grateful, spirit. Grant us another request. Your name." So this is the adjusted page 46. Page 47. He's handed this thing that's like an old school kind of like device, and I can't remember the name of it. It's called a planchette, I think, but it's basically like this device that kind of works almost like a I'm blanking out on the word for it, but like those games where like the spirits move your hands. This is like a device like that was used at a lot of seances back in the day. So he grabs the planchette. It spells out "What? W-A-T. Is that you? What? Rap, rap, rap. What? Your mama and papa are here. Do you want to speak to them, child? The mother is crying. And he says, I miss you, dear mama. God bless you. And then she says, oh, Wat, I love you, my boy. Then we've got page 48. Robert looking kind of suspicious to Elizabeth. I sense another spirit is near, Mr. Holmes says. The spirit wishes to bestow favor upon one among us. Now there's this floating white hand. And the spirit picks up this wreath, this kind of like, flowery wreath, and places it on Elizabeth. And Robert's like, what? And Mr. Holmes smiles, and that's where we're at. So I thought it would be good to kind of walk through that. Now we're in this section where now they're in a hansom cab heading home from this. And hopefully that was exciting to kind of see some of the, like a little sneak peek of some of the pages we have and know how we got to page 49. So luckily, like those 5 pages were what I originally did for the pitch for the book, and they were easy to reformat. And so we are easily now at page 49. Let's see. Art by Galen said, ooh, I love a good seance. There's a lot of fun seance stuff coming up. Chazara Kays says seances are fun. Yes. Yeah, that was the word, Ouija board. It's like an old school Ouija board was a planchette with like a pencil through the front of it. All right. And then we've got, yes, Ouija boards are cool. And then Chazara said, I love the panel frames. Thank you. Yeah, this whole thing takes place in Victorian England. So I'm trying to give this old school Victorian feel. And then Philip said, I'm out with a couple of friends, but I thought I'd just say hi since you're on. Awesome, Philip. Have fun with your friends, buddy. It's good hearing from you. All right. So now we are at this fun part, and we have to rough this out. I've already thumbnailed it, and so I'm going to do the rough, and that's what I want to do on this stream. So now we need to like have this section that says rough, and we can get into drawing. So a hansom cab travels through the darkened streets of London. So this first panel, I have my hansom cab all pulled up. So this first panel is going to be that cab traveling through the streets of London. And luckily, I found some references that'll help with just the rough. So in general, I'm going to kind of draw a similar picture with a horse. The horse will probably be moving.
What's your name again? Bowl Burrito. What's the number?
And I might...
219.
I like the idea of the horse's hoof being back a little bit too as it's walking. And let's see here. We're just roughing this out. This is just a rough page to kind of be able to show the client. It's going to have this this thingy. And again, just kind of roughing it out. Doesn't need to be perfect. Okay. Then we have the hansom cab has the sort of reins above there. And Robert and Elizabeth are going to be in this hansom cab. So, and it's going to have its kind of door thing closed. So this will be, we'll have Robert on the right. Robert's going to be here in the hansom cab. He's going to have his arm around Elizabeth. Elizabeth's going to be here.
I'm trying to join the world.
She's going to be holding the
Saying could not connect.
wreath.
Update. Let me see.
And she's going to be kind of hanging out in the handsome cab. We're going to have a totally different pilot than this strange fellow in the reference photo. So that's definitely going to be something adjusted. And I want to have this be somewhat dark.
No.
So maybe the
No, Mom. No
maybe the lights will be there as well. This handsome cab definitely has some wheels. And again, this is a rough, so it does not need to be perfect. And then there's going to be a sort of mysterious cab driver. I like the idea of the guy being a little more kind of one of the... Actually, he'll probably be wearing... Not many people wore big top hats, so he might be wearing like a bowler cap instead. And let's have him just a little bit taller up there. And this guy will be holding the reins, as well as like a whip, holding the reins. And there we go. Okay, we have our handsome cab. I want it to be a little bit smaller. Chizara said, so awesome and refreshing to see that you're using a reference. I can't draw right pretty often without a reference. Yeah, references are awesome to have. I'm a big fan of them. So this is going to be just a London street. So let's sort of work that out. And this is going to be an old London, old Victorian London kind of street with maybe a little bit of slight details. And I have this be somewhat of a, again, just a rough to show the client eventually what we're going to have here. I think that I want to have the handsome cab be just even a little bit tinier. And sort of to the side.
Mom.
That's going to work a lot better.
Tell them it keeps saying could not connect out there.
So there's going to be a couple like lantern type lights. Those will come in handy when I finally start putting the final touches on these buildings. And similarly, like, it's going to just go back. There's sort of a bridge of scenes. And here, I love the idea of having some of this part. The part of why I picked this was like, I like the idea of having this domed building, since we're just generically in the area. We've got this kind of worked out. Now we've got a little bit more of London buildings. They kind of ramp out. this is going to turn into like this sort of sequence. And here we're going to have just a tiny bit more.
Yes.
That hopefully will
Yes, but there were.
sort of work for just a quick rough.
All races?
Cool.
You mean every racer? You mean every single racer?
I might have like another cab or something back here.
Yes.
Okay, so that we've got fading back. I think we have a good rough here. I feel like the last time, I need to pull this open, but I feel like the last time we showed a horse, we had like sound effects, and I feel like we should bring that back a bit. So it says clatter, clatter. Okay, so this is going to be like saying, going to bring that back. So here you're going to have roughs. Whoa. Let's say clatter. Clatter. Wow, there is a mass delay on my computer, so we'll see if that stays. Okay. Then we want the cobblestone streetways too will be helpful. But for now, we'll just kind of check out this handsome cab. Wow, with this mass delay though on the pencil, might have to quit out and start it over again. We have our street scene. This is going to be at night, so I want it to be somewhat dark, a darkened street. Again, we're just doing roughs here. Okay. There we go. We've got our rough for our handsome cab kind of walking through the streets. We have Art by Galen said, I'm a sucker for a cobblestone road. Awesome. I love it. Chazara also said, looks so cozy and autumn and old feeling to me in those days with cobblestone, but not so fun to drive with a car on them. Yeah, exactly. And John Coyote said, I love horses. Awesome. Yeah, this will be a little bit of a cobblestone way. So again, we'll probably do a little more detail on that as we go, but at least we get the idea of cobblestone. Cool. Okay, so we have our rough for that. Now we need to get our thumbnail. Move it down. I don't think I need to see my thumbnail here. This is going to be a close-up, and I found some really cool references for this as well. So let me see if I can find out what it was. There was one that was showing the interior of a handsome cab, and I thought that was really cool. There we go. So that's going to be very useful for our framing on this next one. So now we're going to have Robert and Elizabeth are going to be talking, and she's going to be saying, well. So she's going to be saying, well. And this will be, I should be doing this on the rough layer, not on the layer I'm on right now. So I'm going to go ahead and paste that onto the rough layer. Okay, so we have well. And now this is Robert and Elizabeth. And Robert is going to be sort of looking at her blankly. So this is going to be Robert. Robert has the crazy beard hair kind of going. Robert's also going to be decked in more Victorian clothes.
So cute.
Elizabeth's going to be here. And Elizabeth's got her like kind of outfit like that. She's going to be holding the wreath. The wreath is going to be kind of the crown wreath thing that she got. I'm going to have the arm going down here. Oh no.
Look at how swollen that is.
Jeez. So my wife got a really bad spider bite or something.
So if I turn into Spider-Man.
Well, if it gets worse than that, we should probably have it checked out.
Hurt. Well, it's a little sore, but it's just like pain.
Yeah.
Just seeing if I suddenly turn into Spider-Man. That's crazy.
If you start developing superpowers, we'll definitely, yeah. So, okay, we've got this.
I hope if I have superpowers, it's like being able to see in the dark, or like being able to talk to animals.
Yep. Okay. So we're trying to get the interior of the handsome cab going. They're going to have the thing open, and they're going to have the handsome cab kind of little accoutrements here. This is all just thumbnails. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe to just speed it along a little bit. Can do a couple of these. Okay. So there we go. We've got our handsome interior, our London, our thumbnail. Have our borders here. Might merge visible. Here we go. And don't need those everywhere, but it's nice to have that little texture just to like show, hey, we're on the inside of this car. Okay. So that's going to be part 2, second panel. Chizara said, Spider Woman will keep the secret. And then Chizara's heading out to bed. Have a good one. She also said, thanks for the chill stream, love setting and the idea of the comic a lot. Thank you. Glad you do. All right, so we got this handsome cab. We have to kind of merge this down. Merge down again. And let's get this shaded a little bit. So we have all our awesome Victorian goodness coming through. Elizabeth's always going to have. And we have our very darkly lit cab. Whew. Okay, we got 2 sections of the roughs done, and now I'm going to play a trailer. We will play So I put out the call for. Wow, hold on a second. There's a delay on my stream. Okay, there we go. So I put out the call to the listeners of the show to kind of figure out like whether they wanted to submit like a little testimonial about Jacob's Apartment or Two Stories, my graphic novel, and then they can mention themselves and promote their own work as well within it. And I have that right here. So the first one that I'm going to play is Jim Lujan's amazing advertisement. So here it is. I'm going to go get some water, and then we'll continue the stream.
Well, Peter, since I'm such a big music fan, I'm going to have to go with Karen Carpenter. Oh, Stu, I'm sorry. That's the incorrect answer. Trish, what you got for us?
I'm going to go with Kim Gordon.
All right, let's check that answer. Kim Gordon. Do we have a Kim Gordon? Yes, and that means you're our new Wordzoid champion, Trish. Dale, tell Trish what she's won. Trish, you've won a copy of Two Stories, a memoir of faith and mental illness. Handwritten, hand-drawn, and handed to you by artist and writer Joshua Kemble. But wait, that's not all. You've also won a copy of Jacob's Apartment, the story of a doomed romance. What happens when you take Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind and put it in a blender with Ghost World? You get Jacob's Apartment, written and illustrated by Joshua Kemble. Trish, thank you for playing Wordzoid.
All right, great job, Trish.
I was told I was going to get a lifetime supply of paper towels.
Okay, I'm back. We're ready to rock. So let's do a little bit more of this and see how far we can get. Okay, Robert and Elizabeth, let me see my thumbnail again. My thumbnail's not hugely detailed, but that's okay. So this next one is going to be her saying, "You do not approve of Mr. Home," and then he's going to be responding to it. So she's going to say, "You do not approve of Mr. Home. You do not approve of Mr. Home." This is going to be Elizabeth saying it. So most likely the word balloon's going to go out here, but we'll figure that out. And then he's going to say, "I cannot help but think there is some trickery at play." Feel there is some trickery at play. Okay. Sweet. We got Corey joining too. He said this is the best trailer ever in regards to Jim Lujan's amazing trailer. By the way, I don't know if you guys are experiencing lags or anything like that. Let me know if that's the case, because I definitely am noticing some kind of off connections going on. So hopefully the audio is, playing evenly. Let's see here. Okay. No leg on my end. You sound and look fine, Corey said. That's good to know. Okay, so this is going to be interesting to set up because I want her to kind of have her words here. I want his to fit right under hers. Okay, so we're going to have probably a closer up picture. Okay. Jeez. Okay. So I don't know what's going on with the there's a lot of lag going on here. Okay. Okay. So let's see here. We're going to have Robert here. Robert's got his beard sort of going. Robert is going to be sort of raising an eyebrow as he says this. This is going to be his hands. Here's where we're going to have Robert. Here we go. And Elizabeth. Just again, we're just sort of roughing this out. And just a little bit of adjustments here. She's still going to be holding that wreath.
No, we just, because there were 3 of us, we each got. Should each for free. Oh, oh yeah, oh my gosh, they said it was great. It was the longest time.
Okay. And then we've got our handsome cab interior still. We can put in play. It's going to have this kind of neat thing to it.
Oh, I wish you had a box.
There we go. Getting a little further along. Okay. Should at least give a little semblance of what the little box thing is about. Okay, and let's just add a little bit of shading again. Robert's hair is rather dark. Again, these are roughs just to show the client, like my publisher, so that we're kind of approved once we get to the finals. It's going to be a night scene, so the handsome cab is going to be very set up and established already. Okay. This next one, I think I can move this down. And let's see what everybody's at, where everybody's at in the chats. So we got Corey saying hanging with the family for a bit, then I'll try and finish up an illustration. Nice. Galen said he's doing some concept sketches in preparation for the Witchtober prompt list. Nice. Sort of like Inktober, but witches, and only 16 prompts instead of 31. Nice. And then Galen was also saying getting back to doing YouTube streams again. Nice to hear it. Nice. And then he was saying using 20% fine point marker and a little bit of glass pen. Nice. I love it. Okay. So here we go. Thumbnail. Again, they're in this handsome cab. I have another reference of a handsome cab that I wanted to pull in. That's from a movie. Let's see here. I kind of like this too as a shot. Just for the the angle, I think is kind of fun. So okay. I'm going to leave that up there just in case I want to use that to shift it up. Let's see. You do not approve of Mr. Home. Okay, well, I found it wonderfully convincing. You know what? This wouldn't be the right place to get that, to use that reference. So while I found it wonderfully convincing, I want her to actually be looking at I want this to be kind of tight on her, actually. Well, I found it wonderfully convincing.
Someone's enjoying their bath.
Let's see here. Wonderfully convincing. This might have to be one of those scenarios where, because these are such long words, this might actually need to have orphan type, which is okay. Wonderfully convincing.
Oh,
I like the idea of this being
I know, I'm like, I should wash
Elizabeth.
this stuff out a little more. Actually, yeah, there's only like one more load left that like I'll probably fit all of it.
Maybe it's Elizabeth.
Put it in and still make it in time.
Maybe Elizabeth's gonna have. This is just to change things up a little bit. This is going to be the wreath. So this is going to be her holding the crown that she received. And then the interior of the handsome cab a little bit, which will be kind of something like locked there. And this will be that kind of. Okay. There we go. And we've got some darkness here. It's going to be the side of the handsome cab. Okay. And dogs are being taken out for their walk. And we're almost there. We're getting further. So now is a really good point to play another real quick bumper for you guys. So this time I'm going to play, let's see here. I will play the Philip Chandler bumper.
Hi, my name is Phil Chandler. I'm a freelance artist, illustrator, and cartoonist. Today, though, however, I want to tell you about a graphic novel I picked up recently called Jacob's Apartment. This book was both written and beautifully illustrated by Joshua Kemble. It is the story of a doomed romance that causes the main character to question his beliefs and his faith, while he's also going through other tragedies in his life. Every page has been illustrated by hand and digitally colored with painstaking detail. It is an emotional story that causes you to think and even question things in your own life. And while the story is a tragedy, it is one that I was completely entertained by and I highly recommend. You can currently find this on Amazon or even check in with your local bookstore and see if you can order it. And while you're at it, you can also check out my Instagram at Phil Chandler Arts and also my YouTube channel by the same name, Phil Chandler Arts. And go by Jacob's Apartment.
All right. We're rocking. Pretty exciting, all this stuff going on in the chats as well. It's kind of fun to see. Okay, so we are getting there. We're getting through this thumbnail. Or rough, I guess I should say. Oops. Drew that on the wrong layer. Easy fix. Okay. Merge down. Okay, so then we can do our thumbnail. And Art by Galen said, coming right along with it. Yeah, 100%. I'm pretty excited. This might put me in a good place if I can get this rough done. Okay. It would take a more power. This is a lot of text. It would take a more powerful display to win me over. You must admit there was no opportunity. Okay. For true scientific inquiry. So he's going to say, okay, here we go. Robert, being my type of guy, is a skeptic. He is not buying Mr. Holmes' stuff. Okay. It would take a more powerful display to win me over. Me over. You must admit there was no opportunity for scientific inquiry. Okay, I don't like the fact that I think I need to kind of make this a little smaller to better. No, will opportunity fit up there? Maybe not, but let's see if inquiry will fit up here. Scientific inquiry. Nope. So then in this case, I think our best bet is to have scientific and inquiry so we don't have that orphan. I don't mind the orphans before, but I feel like in this case, no opportunity. Okay. Oh my goodness. My selection tools are being all wacky. let's just see. Maybe you can go down here. No can go up here. Yeah, we're trying to, like, I like to do this a lot in the rough stage, by the way, with text, because once you do this, you'll tend to have like a pretty clear picture of like what you can get away with type when it comes to the final. When I solidify all the text and it's all nice and hand lettered and pretty. Okay. That's kind of as good as that's going to get. This one was going to be another one. And I like the idea of this being, that's a really weird word bubble. Okay, let's see here. Kind of like the idea of this being a side view, side profile. Okay. This is going to be a side view of Robert. So this is going to be Elizabeth. Who's going to be near Robert now. He has his thing here. I have to go see what's going on with my kid. Hand. I will be right back. I'm going to put on another quick trailer while I go see what's going on. So here is a trailer for Jacob's apartment. Clearly it seems that only in dreams can we be these things we've seen.
at the sea.
All right, we're getting closer and closer to done. So my kid was fine. It's just he wanted some help getting his pants on. So he had just finished his bath and was struggling to get his pants. And so I helped him get his pants on, and everything's good now. So hopefully that equates to a happy boy and a happy evening. So anyhow, now we're going to have our section here that's going to be the interior of the handsome cab again. I think it's going to kind of come over to here, and you'll probably have some of this section going this way. We're just kind of establishing this sequence a little bit. And I have another page that's going to take place at this handsome cab too. But our goal during this stream, this specific stream, is, hey, let's get one rough knocked out, rough out one page. And so far, the goal is getting pretty close to there. Okay. Now we're going to do the last thumbnail, which will be Robert saying, got it. Okay. Robert is here. He's going to say, and what of Mr. Home reaction? As if I'd... Whoa, we're getting that lag again. Asked him to disrobe. I hope everybody's having a fun and creative day. I hope you guys are managing to do cool, creative stuff. Okay. This is going to be Robert. Robert's going to be saying this. His eyes out. And this is going to be the hair.
Those are Benji's sandals, Meg. Those are Benji's sandals. Yeah, I know. That's funny. I've worn them before. I know, it's just funny to me. They fit me? Yeah.
Gonna have his hands out like so.
What's cool is I never have to throw them out because he'll grow out of them, but you won't. I won't. It'll be used the money's worth.
This is going to be the
I don't know, okay? I don't know.
this will be the scene.
Mom. Ben, you got something from your school. It's probably just a happy birthday card, but.
Let me see.
Okay, hang on. Aw, that's your vice principal.
Vice principal.
Yeah. Oh, and your principal. That's cute.
Elizabeth's going to be like kind of smirking a little bit as she hears this.
Yes, I do. I have one that's sharpened.
Oh, well maybe that's from last year. That's cool. You'll get one each year. Watch out.
Oh. Nice.
Still holding the
Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
Let's go into my room.
still holding the wreath.
Okay, just give me like 5 minutes, okay?
We haven't been able to have someone to play with for like a whole day.
Well, no, you played with Eliza at the Getty for like 6 hours, actually.
This might be
You played
the
with her on FaceTime. Mommy carried that heavy bag all over the Getty for 6 hours.
and here we go. I think we've got
So that's why
the last of this.
Raise your hand if you want to play with me.
This one will be there.
I want to play with you.
Get some chocolate.
Okay.
Oh, man.
And I think we have the rough. I think we have knocked out this rough for this page. We'll have to see.
You were right, Mom. There's 4. But I do still want to have someone to play with.
House full of old people. We're very tired.
And here we go.
If I were a queen, if I were the king, I would be sitting back to that. And this place is full of old people who have a million ways to make you lose your job.
And here we go.
Lose your house.
What do you need a book? Draw.
Write a book.
And here we go. I think we're like really close to done. Have to do a little bit. This was actually a fairly quick page to kind of rough out and work out. I'm actually pretty happy with how it's coming out. All right, so adding a little bit of light and shadow tones. Obviously, Elizabeth's hair is dark. It's at night, so it's going to be pretty dark. But there we go. Maybe just a little bit more shadow here. Wow. Okay, we're done. So that's going to do it for my live stream. On the next live stream, if I do one again, maybe tonight, maybe not, I'll be working on the next rough. But for now, we finished the rough for page 49, which is pretty cool because that means we're one step closer to 50. So thanks to everybody, Galen, Corey Kerr, Chizara. I know that Adam Lohr was here. I think John Coyote stopped by. Just thanks to everybody who stopped by. If I didn't mention you, you know who you are and you're awesome. Thank you guys for checking it out, and I will see you guys on the next live stream. Bye.